we? A little impromptu. Did I make you jump? Did I make you jump then or what? A little impromptu live. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Yeah, a little impromptu live. I don't normally do a live on a Wednesday. Or I don't schedule a live in. But you know what? I've been up early this morning. I've been to the gym. I've trained. I've sorted out some Bosch protein boxes. And I thought, you know what? I've done a little bit of admin. Just to break up my morning of sitting here, I'd come on and say hello. Only on for about half an hour, 40 minutes maybe, something like that. And then I will be shooting off because I've got a busy day. Got lots of stuff to do today. Busy day. I'm trying to tick off all my content recording today. And then I can have a little bit more of a kind of admin-y day tomorrow. And then it's check-ins on Friday. Busy. Always keeping busy. Anyway, give it another minute and I'll do a top 5 this morning. And then I'll just sort my supplements out. Then I'll do a top 5 on TikTok. And then we can get waffling about whatever you want to waffle on about. So with Rachel going back to work, we've been hitting the gym nice and early in the morning. So getting to the gym for about 6:45. We just do 45 minutes in the gym. So we leave at we leave at 7:30. Get back home for about 7:45, 10 to 8. That gives Rachel sort of 45 minutes to get sort of showered and changed and ready for work. And it also makes me nice and productive because I'm here and I'm like, right, well, I might as well. So I got stuck in some protein boxes and a few bits and pieces. And I'm going to try, whether it'll happen or not, I'm going to try. I've got to take my mum actually to hospital this afternoon just for a routine. I think it's just a routine checkup. I don't think it's anything major. But yeah, I'm going to try and finish work. I've got the Zoom tonight in the community. I'm going to try and finish work for about 3:30, 4. I'm going to get back from the hospital. I should be back from the hospital for about 2:30. I'm going to do an hour and a half. And I'm going to try and finish work about 4:00 and have a few hours chilling because this week has been absolutely bonkers. It has been crazy busy. Right, let me. I probably won't do. I never. I put my brightness on. Hang on. How do I turn that off? Oh, there we go. I think it's sorted. Right, let me scan down. Let me do the top 5 on TikTok this morning. Tom's in, number 1. Morning, mate. Did you see my... Sorry, Tom. I did, and I didn't reply. I read it, and I meant to reply to it. Let me put it in my notes, and I will reply to you today. I know you only want to know roughly what a ruby is. Leave it with me. I'll get back to you this morning straight after this live, mate, and I'll let you know what's what. I would say, offhand... I was going to ask, from what you've put in, so Tom messaged me, Tom's on plan with me, and he messaged me the other day saying he's going out for a curry this weekend, and I think, did he say tikka masala, naan bread, and 2 onion bhajis? So no rice, no chips, that's it. And I was going to say, it's a little bit of a guesstimate in terms of like, how big's the naan bread going to be? I know how big a portion of tikka masala is, wherever you are in the world. And we know 2 onion bhajis. I was going to message you. I think that's why I didn't. I think that's why I didn't say out because I was going to message you saying how much naan bread are you going to eat, and you definitely having no sides. But I'll send you my guesstimate. I would say from just in my head, you're going to be. I think you said a tikka masala, which is quite a calorific curry because it has quite a bit of like cream in it and stuff like that. You're probably going to be knocking on, and depending on how big the naan bread is, 1,500 calories, maybe something like that. If you went for a more calorie controlled, God, why does that brightness thing keep coming on? Anyway, Tom, you're in at number 1. Amy's in at number 2. Debs is in at number 3. Emma's in at number 4. And Lou is in at number 5. You are my top 5 this morning. Thank you very much for jumping straight on the live and coming and saying hello. I'm not eating anything yet. I am going to get one of these UFit shakes down. We get 25 grams of protein into the system. I like getting carbs in after I've trained. Now, I finished training about an hour and a half ago. So, but it just is what it is. I will be having my big yogurt bowl after this. My eating today is I'm having this UFit shake, 140 calories. I'm going to have my big yogurt bowl, so that'll be 500 calories. I'm going to try the naked burrito from Lidl for lunch, and I'm going to review that for this week's Worth the Calories video. So that'll be What will that be? I don't know. What will that be? I think the naked burrito's 360, maybe. And I might have it actually in a high protein wrap to kind of make it a bit more substantial. So that'll be about another 500 calories. So I'm going to be around about 1,050 calories. Tea tonight, I'm keeping it simple. I am going to have egg on toast, beans and mushrooms. I'm going to go a little. I might have some bacon on the side as well. I'm going to go a bit vegetarian there. I'm probably not. But we're having a really simple tea tonight. I've got half a tin of beans in the fridge, so I want to eat them. I'm going to have 2 eggs. I'm going to have some malted sourdough, Jason's malted sourdough, and a load of mushrooms, like 300 grams of mushrooms to really bulk the volume out. And that should be me. Like I say, this week, because I'm out on Saturday night and I'm trying to bank calories, I'm trying to consume no more than 2,100 calories a day. So I did 1,781 on Monday. I did 2,125 yesterday. So I'm not going to beat myself up for that 25. Let's get tracking today. I've got quite a few bits in my app that I will be consuming. Let's move that to tomorrow. Move to the same location. Right. Let's get tracking. So breakfast is... Oh, it's in snacks. I'm having like what I call my natural Manjaro bowl. 371 calories. That's going into breakfast. I'm also having one of these UFit shakes, 140 odd calories. So we'll put that in. So that makes breakfast 516 calories. Lunch today, I'm just going to type in naked burrito into, it's straight up there. 349 calories for 28 grams of protein, but I'm going to have a high protein wrap. I'm going to try it as it is, obviously, for the review, but then I think I'm going to put it in a wrap and make it into a not naked burrito. Basically, I'm going to make it into a clothed burrito. So let's put that in. So that makes lunch 528 calories. And then tea tonight, let's track tea. So Jason's malted sourdough, I'll be having 100 grams of that, 260 calories. Half a tin of Branwell's beans, 187 calories. I'm going to have 2 medium eggs, which is about 130 calories. And then I'm going to have some bacon medallions. I won't be having loads of those. I'll probably end up having 3 bacon medallions. So 1.5 bacon medallions. So I'm at 635, and then shrooms. We are getting the shrooms in because shrooms are so low calorie. 200 grams of mushrooms, 16 calories. That's it. So I'll have 200 grams of mushrooms, 16 calories, adding loads more volume. So tea, 651. That has me at 1,725 calories. So I've got a little bit of room for an afternoon snack if I want it. I could possibly get in another bowl, but I might want something this evening as well. So anyway, I've got a bit of room to play with. I've got 375 calories left. So we'll see where we get to. Right, let's go do some more comments on the old TikTok. Stacey Moon, I finally lost 3 pounds, been maintaining for 6 months. Stacey, that is amazing. Come and have a chat on the Zoom. I know you don't normally do the evening Zooms, do you? By the way, guys, the Zoom tonight, I'm going to see how I get on. I might do it I might start it a little bit earlier. I know most of you guys aren't bothered if it is a little bit earlier. And you can join whenever you want anyway. So even if you can't make it till 8 o'clock when it normally starts, you can come and join at 8 o'clock. But I am tired of it. I've just protein shaked myself. Just protein shakes myself. Brilliant. I know. A lot of you guys, you aren't bothered. That's because I've protein shaked myself because these stupid. I know it's recycling and it's plastic, but there's obviously protein shake in the lid, and it's just Have I done it again? It's just dribbled on me. Anyway, because I never miss that. It's too big to miss. I will be on time. Brilliant, Stacey. We'll have a night with you then. Yeah, I'll let you know, guys, if it's going to be a little bit earlier. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing it 7:30 to 8:30 and then going to bed because I'm absolutely, I'm just tired. Yeah, because like I say, we've been going to we're up at 6 this morning, 6 yesterday morning, getting to the gym. Same tomorrow. So yeah, it's just things changing a little bit. What are you chewing there, Blas? Are you chewing your sausages? What are you doing? Okay. I know you guys can't see her on TikTok. I know I'm a sad dog parent, but yeah, she's got sausages that she's chewing. She'll come and say hello. Bloss always comes and says hello now in the morning. She'll come and say hello. Morning, I'm a mushroom addict. Honestly, I never ate mushrooms, until I was about 18, 19. I don't know why. I was just like, no, don't like them, don't like them. Now, they're an absolute godsend. They are so low. Like 100 grams of mushrooms is 8 calories. Depending on the mushrooms, I normally just have butter mushrooms. 8 calories for 100 grams. So I'm going to do 200 grams tonight. I'll do them in the air fryer. I will use a tiny bit of spray avocado oil, but that's virtually calorie free. A little bit of salt. Do them in the air. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And I'll add loads of volume to tea tonight. Paula, good morning. Steph GC, good morning. Kimberly, good morning. Carol, morning, boss. Hope you are well. Dan Baxter, good morning. Have I missed anyone? If I've missed you, it's nothing personal. I'm going to get through all these now. What telling me, Neil? What am I telling you, James? I don't know. What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything I can. Morning, boss. Can we have Rachel back in admin, please? I've sent you a message. Hey, to be fair, so I sent all the progress sheets out yesterday, and I made John a little bit lighter than he actually is, because I've got. And in my defence, the initials were the same. So everyone that signs up to my one-to-one plan, you get a plan code, and the plan code is your first name, surname, initial, and then the number that you are when you sign up to my plan. So Mr. John Jackson, he's JJ. I did send him a JJ, but it wasn't his progress sheet. But all the progress sheets are anonymous, right? Unless you can decipher who else it might be. There's no names on there or anything. But yeah, I wouldn't mind Rachel back in admin, to be honest with you, because like my workload is manic at the moment. But I don't mind. I like being busy. Lise, good morning. Somebody one, Karen G, good morning. Give us a cheeky peek of what's in the protein boxes this month. I can't, Michael. I think I was actually looking at subscriptions. I think yours goes through tomorrow, mate. If you want it changing so it goes through on the 1st of the month. If anyone's got a subscription for the protein box and it's not the 1st of the month, if you want it changing to the 1st of the month, just let me know and I can change it so it goes, because your subscription goes through when you sign up. So if you signed up, I think I had a look today. I think yours, Mike, is the 3rd or the 4th of the month. So it'll go through tomorrow or Friday. If you want it to go through, I don't know if I can change it to today, but I can definitely change it to tomorrow. If you want it to go through earlier so it gets in the post quicker, let me know and I'll change it. Can I give you a sneak peek of what is in this month's protein boxes? Anyone that's subscribed and has got a protein box on the way, if you want a little sneak peek, I might give you one. Let me know. I'll see what the vote is. Or if you just want it to be a complete surprise, I won't. There are some very good. I'll tell you now. I'll give you a sneak peek. Anyway, there are a couple of Easter-themed bits because it's Easter. It's April in this month's protein box. And there's also a little Easter goodie as well. Just a little Easter treat as well. So it's a bit of an Easter theme. So if you've not got, I think there's 6 protein boxes left. So if you want a protein box, please go back after when all the subscriptions have gone through. I think I've still got 6 protein boxes. So if you want one, there's 11 products. This month, it's all pretty much protein bars this month. You've got an absolute value box this month. A lot of protein bars. There's no protein like snack. Like last month, did anyone have the pork jerky last month? I thought that was delicious. I actually tried that that's from Costco, right? And I was walking around Costco, and they have all the little stands where they give you little freebies. They had that, it was brand new in, they give it as a freebie, and it was, because normally you get beef jerky, which I really enjoy anyway. Never had pork jerky before. It's just like little bits of bacon, really. Kind of tastes a little bit like bacon, or a little bit like a hot dog. I don't know what you thought of it. I thought it was delicious. Whether you liked it or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'll tell you now. So I'll give you 2 sneak peeks. I won't show you any bars, but I'll give you 2 clues. There's a couple of Easter-themed bars in there because it's April. there is an extra little Easter treat in there that's not protein related, and there's also the protein bar that I put in the box last month that I think's probably, I had one yesterday, which it's the best protein bar I've ever eaten. I think it's better than the Grenade salted caramel choc chip. It is really unbelievable. The Perform chocolate brownie or fudge brownie bar in last month's box, I thought was just, I wouldn't even know it was a protein bar. It was just umptious. It was absolutely delicious. Less than 200 calories, 20 grams of protein. Anyway, there is another Perform protein bar in this box, different flavour. All right, so we're trying a different flavour. I've not tried it yet myself. Fresh trim, yes. I managed to get to the barbers after 3.5 weeks yesterday, and yeah, the fresh trim is on board. Does anyone time the hair? I always time my haircuts. So I go away 4 weeks today. I'm off to Fuengirola for a friend's 50th. Really looking forward to it because I've never been before. I like going to new places. I do like going. I'm a creature of habit. Don't get me wrong. But I've been to Spain before and I've flown into Malaga Airport before. But I've never been like Bellumadena, Fuengirola. Is it Torremolinos? Is that all around there? When I went to... I've only been to Malaga Airport once, and we went to more like in between Estepona and Marbella. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We're having an afternoon. We're going to Port Banús for an afternoon. I think that's one of the plans. It's about half an hour from where we are. But yeah, I've never been to Fuengirola before. If anyone's got any bar recommendations, pub recommendations, restaurant recommendations in Fuengirola or even Bellumadena, because I think we're going to head up there as well, let me know. Love the day today. Got my shorts and t-shirt on today. May it continue. Absolutely it is. Yeah, the weather was great. Actually, yesterday I went for a walk just in my shorts and t-shirt, and it was actually a bit of a breeze, and it was a bit chilly willy. I have got a sweatshirt on today. This will be coming off because I've covered it in protein shake. But yeah, the weather looks amazing this week and next week. Hi, boss. How does high cortisol affect weight loss? It doesn't, right? So directly, it doesn't. So cortisol is simply your stress hormone. That is it, right? So if we class it as a stress hormone. There's a few things that bump your cortisol up, but mainly what we call stress hormone. We have two. We have like your happy and a sad hormone. So your happy hormone is serotonin. Your sad hormone is cortisol, and you've got to get the balance right. You want your serotonin up. If serotonin, you'll never have serotonin and cortisol high at the same time, right? You'll either have high cortisol, low serotonin, or high serotonin, low cortisol. You want high serotonin, right? You want to be happy, you want to be smiling, you want to be buzzing. Why? Because directly, neither of those things will affect your weight loss directly. But indirectly, they can have a knock-on effect, because if you're happy and all smiley and life's good at the moment, yeah, you're not going to emotionally eat, right? You emotionally eat through negative emotion. If your cortisol levels are high, it's because life's a bit rubbish at the moment. And if life's a bit rubbish at the moment, you'll look for a coping mechanism to get you through life. And for a lot of us that have a weight issue, our coping mechanism is food. So directly, your cortisol levels can be through the roof, right? And if your cortisol levels are through the roof and you don't overeat food, you'll lose weight. It's as simple as that. Think about, everyone kind of knows someone that's a stress head, but they live off cigarettes and coffee or something like that. That's their coping mechanism. I've got friends that are absolute stress heads and pretty skinny, but their coping mechanism isn't food. And obviously cigarettes and coffee doesn't really have the calories in it that, biscuits and pizza and everything does. So that's how cortisol affects weight loss. Yeah. That is how cortisol affects weight loss. It is basically the indirect effect of causes you a bit of stress. What do you weigh at the moment? I am under 19 stone. I'm absolutely flying with my weight loss in 2025. It's a long time since I've been this weight at the moment. So yeah, I am. I've not weighed myself since last Friday. My check-in is this Friday, but I was just a pound under 19 stone. Obviously, I gained 2.5 pounds from my week all inclusive. So I'm hoping kind of to have got rid of that. I'm hoping to kind of got rid of that. So I'm well on target. I want to be 18 stone by the end of the year. That is my target, and I'm well on target. I'm kind of going to keep weight loss going until I go to Fuengirola 4 weeks today, and then I think I'm going to move into a more. I've talked about this before. Move into a more muscle building phase. So really, I'm going to try and get down to what I can before Fuengirola, and then when I come back from Fuengirola, I'm just gonna just go back into my normal eating habit for about a week or so to get rid of any excess food and water weight. I'm not bothered about any body fat again. I'm going for 3-4 nights. So yeah, it's going to be a bit boozy, but I might gain a couple, I've just been on a week's all inclusive and gained a couple of pounds in body fat. So I might gain a couple of pounds in body fat, but I'm not really going to go into what I call a calorie deficit phase after Fuengirola. May, June, July, August, I think I'm going to go into more like a 16-week kind of what I would call muscle building phase. I'm not going to go into a calorie surplus. You don't need to go into a calorie surplus to build muscle, but I'm probably going to stay in a calorie deficit, but a tiny one. Probably. So I'm currently eating on average about 2,600 calories a day. That's my target. But really, I've been eating about 2,500 calories a day. When I come back from Fuengirola, I'm going to increase my calories to 3,200 a day in protein. So my eating is not going to change. I'm going to eat exactly the same as I am doing now. I'm not going to change my eating patterns, but I'm probably going to look at putting in a 300 calorie protein shake mid-afternoon and a 300 calorie protein shake in the evening on top of what I'm doing now. So that'll increase my calories by 600 a day, but it's going to increase my protein intake by 100 grams, probably not about 100 grams a day. So I'm currently averaging about 160 grams of protein a day. I'm going to increase that to 260 grams of protein a day. And then I'm going to get my journal out and really start working on progressive overload. And yeah, just kind of go into a little bit of a muscle building phase. Try and add 5 or 6 pounds of muscle over the summer. Because I find it a lot harder to control my calories in summer than I do in winter. So I might as well kind of give myself a little bit of an ease and put those kind of calories, a little bit more to good use. So yeah, that's kind of what. Now don't get me wrong, when I say I find it hard to control, it's because like I end up going to the pub a little bit more and stuff like that. But if I've got events on, then I will cut out the protein and I'll just, I'm basically not as focused on the scales for 4 months. I kind of, if I go into a 250 calorie deficit a day, excuse me, then what I'm going to try and maintain my weight, but I'm going to try and build muscle and lose a bit of body fat. So what I weigh coming back from Fuengirola, a week after Fuengirola, where I've got rid of my food and water weight from the holiday, I kind of want to be that weight coming after my birthday. I'm just going to try and maintain for 4 months, right? Which should have me, fingers crossed, around that. Basically what I am now. If I weigh what I do now, mid-September, I'll be absolutely buzzing. Any less is a little bonus. And then I'll go back into a fat loss phase mid-September to Christmas and try and get down to that 18 stone marker. I can do it. I'm on it. Right, let me scan up. What's the yogurt bowl you mentioned? It is, I call it my natural Manjaro bowl because it is loaded with protein, fiber, and volume. It will fill you up for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, if you head over to my YouTube, there's 26 recipes. There will be 27 at 5 p.m. today. I might get it out a little bit earlier. Today, I'm putting on my Philly cheesesteak wrap. So if anyone's got my air fryer cookbook, there is a triple cheese Philly cheesesteak wrap. It's basically that, but I've adapted it a little bit. And it is about, it's actually, I think it tastes better, and it's about, the protein's roughly the same. I think it tastes a bit better, and it's about 50, it's less than 450 calories for the wrap. Perfect for a high protein lunch. If you need a bit more volume, obviously you can have some air fried chips with it. You can have some rice on the side, or a nice big side salad, or something like that. It's absolutely superb. It really, really is. I want to be 2 stone lighter. What's a sensible time scale? Again, it's a little bit subjective, because, you know, if someone comes to me that's 25 stone and says I want to be 2 stone lighter, I can probably get you to achieve that in 3 months. If someone comes to me at 14 stone and says I want to be 2 months lighter, it might take 6 to 8 months, because the bigger we are, the more calories we burn. So we can possibly mooch into a bit more of a deficit, especially if we're willing to move. So it's all a little bit subjective. But for most people, right, whether you're 13 stone or 20 stone, 6 months you should be, you know, I've dropped nearly 2 stone in 3 months, but I've been in quite an aggressive deficit. Have I over-restricted myself? No, I've still been eating 2,500 calories a day, but I burn a lot of calories. And my calorie burn is actually, since the last 2 weeks, since Rachel's gone back into work and I'm walking the dogs myself and I have to walk them separately, my steps have gone from averaging 10, 11,000 steps a day. I'm averaging this week 16. Now that'll drop off, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll chill my beans. But I did 15,750 steps Monday. I did 16,500 steps yesterday. Today I've already done 3,500 today. I've been to the gym and this, that, and the other. Going to get the dogs out this morning. So my calorie burn is just like 3,500, 3,600 calories a day at the moment. If you burn that many calories, you can eat like, I'm eating 2,500 calories a day, and I've dropped nearly 2 stone in 3 months. So, and that's because I'm in 1,000 calorie deficit a day. Yeah, 2 pounds. You know, 2 pounds. I'm losing about 2.5 pounds a week at the moment on average, which is, you know, maybe a bit less than that, maybe just over 2 pounds. You know, 2 pounds a month is just over 8 to 9 pounds, 8 to 9 pounds a month. Times that by 3, and yeah, you're at 2 stone, aren't you? So, yeah, like I say, it is a little bit subjective. What do you reckon calories burned on a cross trainer for an hour? Again, it's really hard to, you know, it's all different strokes for different folks. You know, how much do you weigh? What speed are you going at? How fit are you? The fitter you are, right? You know, I do 15 minutes on the cross trainer and I burn about 120 calories, something like that. So if I did the cross trainer for an hour, I'd be about 500 calories. That's just going, that's it. Our cross trainers in the gym go from effortless. You come on and say hello. Come on, you've not said hello today. Come on. Our cross trainer in the gym goes from effort level 0 to 20, and I do effort level 12 at about 60, whatever it is, right? And that burns about 120. So I burn about just less than 500 calories on the cross trainer. But, you know, I am relatively heavy, but I'm also relatively fit. I'm not saying I'm mega fit, but I exercise quite, 5 days a week. So my fitness levels are pretty decent. So again, now, if someone was 19 stone and really unfit, they'd probably burn 30 to 30% more calories than I would, right? Because their heart rate will be quicker. Hello, I know, good morning. Yes, all right. What? Who's needy? Who's a needy badger? Glossing it. You're saying hello. Can you see yourself? Who's this? Who's that? Eh? Now you're looking at birds in the garden. Do you want to go down? Hey, go on. Good girl. Right. So again, it's all a bit subjective, you know. So 500 to 600 calories. Yeah, but again, you should never go to a gym and go, how many to burn calories. Never go to a gym. I don't go to a gym to burn calories. Yeah, obviously, it contributes towards my overall calorie burn. It certainly helps. But I go to the gym to get fitter and healthier, to feel good about. Someone just said there about cortisol levels. I keep my cortisol levels under control because of the way I live my lifestyle, right? And big part of that is regular exercise, you know? If you're currently a stress head, right, and you're really struggling to keep your stress under control, go and start doing some regular exercise. It is one of the best medicines. I always thought that was such a that's what everyone's like. It's right. It really is right. It honestly is, you know. Debbie, good morning. We've got the same breed, Little Nala. Oh, bless. Yeah, they're just amazing. They are an amazing dog. They really, really are. I'll have two next week. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. We dog sit a cockapoo called Wilma. It's Rachel's ex-boss's cockapoo, actually. And when we first dog sat her for him, that's what made us get Blossom, because I was like, as soon as I had a cockapoo, as soon as we had Wilma for a week, I was like, I want one. They're absolutely brilliant. They're such good dogs. The only downside is they are literally scatty in the sense of a leaf could blow past the house and she barks her absolute nut off. So that is annoying. And they are really needy. So I'm not a very needy person. Rachel is, I'm not, right? So I'm quite happy, you know. But she literally, every half an hour, she needs a cuddle, she needs a fuss, she needs some attention. A bit like Rachel, to be honest with you. I need to move more. Any recommendations for a mature lady with arthritis to up her movement at home, please? I'm looking into, get fit with Rick's are good. Get a walking pad or something like that. I'm not a big fan of like walking pads and treadmills because people, they end up becoming clothes horses and dust gatherers very, very quickly. But you get fit with Rick's good. But, some people haven't got an option. They've got to stay at home quite a bit. But the best thing anyone can is go for a walk. Just go for a walk. Just get out in the fresh air and just go for a walk. Now, again, some people are underconfident with that. Some people might be agoraphobic. Again, some people might be having some mental health issues that's keeping them from going out. Some people might have commitments at home where you've got, unfortunately, you might be in a situation where you might have disabled parents or disabled children that need constant care and you can't leave them. I get that. There's always going to be some little anomalies, but going for a walk is one of the best things you could do. I had 3 cockapoos. Sadly, we lost one last year. They are all different. Yeah, I think from having Wilma, you can see very similar traits, but totally different personalities. And it's amazing, at the end of the day, cockapoos are mongrels, aren't they? We go on the beach all the time. We're like, oh, what breed's that? Oh, it's a cockapoo. And then you look at like Blossom's very poodly, I think, especially with the coat. Whereas you see other, Dave, our neighbour next door, he's got, I don't actually think it's a cockapoo. I think it's maybe a Labrador, not a Labradoodle, is it? Do they call him a Labrador? Yeah. A Labradoodle, which is like a poodle and a Labrador, isn't it? But again, you look at him and you wouldn't even think he was. Like, again, some other people down here have got a golden doodle and you can see the poodle in it. But he's not, you can't see the poodle in it at all. So, but yeah, they are all different. But they're amazing. We were tempted to get another one. With Rachel going back to work now, I don't think we would. And it's not really fair on Betty. Betty's 8. And Blossom, absolutely. We're kind of like that. We're like, if we get another cockapoo, will that just entertain Blossom and then Blossom will leave Betty alone? Or would they both just hassle Betty? I don't know. Lost your boss. Oh, I might. Is it my. Have I not gone into my thing? Hang on. Sorry for you guys on YouTube and Facebook. I'm just flipping onto my booster on my phone because I wasn't on my booster. Anyway, I'm back. I'm back. We're all good. Nothing beats fresh air for a walk, even if it's round the block. 100%. 100%. Doesn't stop until you let her out and she runs to the corner of the garden where cats. I know she does, but honestly, like a leaf blows past the house and it's like 20 dragons are attacking it. And they set each other off. Betty can just bark, and then Blossom and Blossom barks. She doesn't even know what she's barking about. She just barks because Betty's barking. But anyway, they're worth it. They are worth it. Neil, lady asking about joining. Not sure if you saw it. I haven't. I'm gonna have a scan up. I have a Cavachon, so needy. I have a Cavapoo, equally as soppy. Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they? You look very tanned. I'm jealous. Need a holiday. The tan's all right. The tan stayed on point. I'm still holding it from Egypt. I am going to go and actually have a little blast on the sunbed this week. I know sunbeds aren't the best thing, but do you know what sunbed helped me with? I don't use it. When I was 37, I used to have 50% body coverage of psoriasis. Now my psoriasis is very much under control from losing my weight, but I still get little patches. So I've got a little. That is still a little patch of psoriasis. It does kind of flake a little bit. That is more psoriasis scarring there, and I have a little bit on it. It's not bad. But one thing that really helps with my psoriasis is a sunbed. Just once a week, 9 minutes. And obviously, it does help with it does keep the tan going. So the tan's kind of an e-tan. Don't get me wrong, I look way more tanned on TikTok. I think I've got a filter on. I have no idea how to turn it off. I look way more tanned on TikTok than I do if you get on the Facebook, YouTube. You going to the national? No, I'm not. I've got a 50th on Saturday night. There are rumours that a few people are going to the pub to watch the national and start a bit earlier, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Like I say, I'm just not really interested in drinking at the moment. I'm not. So no, I'm not. I'll watch on the telly. I'll have a few bets on. Laura, good morning, by the way. I'm just scanning down, catching up. And see what is going on. Someone asked about joining. How much is it and how do you join? Right. If you want to join my one-to-one plan at the moment, it's half price, 15 quid, right? And if you want to join, TikTok profile, click on my link tree, right? My link tree link is also on my Facebook page and it's on my YouTube profile as well. Click on that. The first tab in my link tree is an inquiry form. So you can just send over, if you just want to touch base with me first, and just ask a couple of questions. Just touch base. You can fill out the inquiry form. You just put your name in and your email address, and then put, you might have a couple of questions in there. I Neil, seen you on TikTok or seen you on YouTube, can I get some details of your one-to-one plan? But I've got a little deal on at the moment. It's always a little bit quieter this time. When it goes quieter, I'll put a little deal on, and it's always a little bit quieter this time of year. Come the other side of Easter, when everyone's had a good few Easter eggs, and people are like, I go to bloody Crete in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 10 weeks and I've just eaten 16 Easter eggs. It doesn't work like that, but that's people's mentality. It gets quite busy. Then I go fairly quiet end of June, July, August. September is generally the busiest month for sign-ups. September, October is generally really, really good. Starts to quieten down November. December's quiet. January's just absolutely manic because it's January. So, yeah, there's sort of trends with how busy it is. Anyway, at the moment, it's a little bit quieter, so you get it a little bit cheaper. 15 quid to sign up to my one-to-one plan. So TikTok profile, YouTube page, Facebook page, whatever. Click on my link tree. Send over an inquiry form at the top. Or if you're just like, no, Neil, I want to get signed up. I've watched you for a bit. I like what you do. I want you to be my one-to-one coach. Scan down about 2 or 3 tabs in my link tree, and there is just a link to the website to sign up. That's it, dead simple. And the code is SPRING50, SPRING, SPRING 50 for 50% off. So it's half price sign up. So come get involved and let me be your weight loss coach. If you are struggling for accountability, support, you bounced around from fad diet to fad diet to fad diet, you're just not seeing any consistency, come on. You might have done really, really well January, February, but your motivation's starting to wane now and you're really, really struggling. Come get on board and I will show you the most healthiest and sustainable way there is to lose weight. You stick to my plan and there is no reason why. Obviously, some people struggle with, mentality, but we'll work on that as well. You stick to my plan. This time next year, you'll be 4 stone lighter. Minimum. How many of you guys on these lives now, like last year, so last March, April, you were like struggling with your weight loss and you're still struggling now. Yeah, if you'd signed up this time last year, you could be 4 stone lighter now. So stop dilly-dallying about. Let's get at it. Life is too short to be bouncing from stupid fad diet to fad diet to fad diet, losing a bit, gaining it back, losing a bit, gaining it back. I've got some of you guys that are regular followers that regularly join the lives, and you still seem to be in the same position now in March 2025 that you were in September 2024, that you were in April 2020. Let's get at it. Let's stop messing about, dilly-dallying, wishing this, that, and the other. Get signed up. It's 15 quid, right? Then there's a monthly subscription on top, but that's $29.99 a month. It's nothing. For one-to-one coaching, it's cheaper than flipping, let's say prices. I try to keep my price in line with Slimming World. If you do Slimming World, you can do my plan. But except with my plan, you get one-to-one coaching. You don't just go to a group once a week and get berated by Babs on a Thursday night. You going down again? Right. Anyway, there we go. So come get signed up. Changing my commute and walking to and from the train station and getting 10,000. Brilliant, Jess. Jess, one of my one-to-one clients, and she lives in Australia. Right? So there's no excuses. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can come and get on board. Guys, can't recommend the boss more, and he's such I was on such a bad path this time last year. Stefan, you're doing great at the moment, mate. Really, really good. Can't wait to get started. Joined last night. Oh, hang on. Did you? Who joined last night? Oh, Kimberly, you did. Yeah, I was like, of course I've been messaging you. Yes, Kimberly, you did join last night. I booked you all in, by the way, Kimberly. And if you didn't, it says on my thing, on the order, that you did get the confirmation email. Oh, no, you didn't get the confirmation email because you've not put your email address in. Can you email? I've just checked now. It said it said you might have got an SMS, a text confirmation. Kimberly, I need your email address. Can you WhatsApp it me, please? And then I can add it in, and then I can send you all the bits and pieces. That's why you didn't get the confirmation email, because you've only put your phone number in, you haven't put your email address in. I don't know how it's allowed you to do that. You don't have to put your email address in. But anyway, send that over, Kim, and I'll send you all the bits and pieces this morning. What's your favourite vegan protein bar, please? Right. Just for clarity, I am not vegan whatsoever. But I do find a lot of vegan protein bars are pretty decent. They seem to be better than a lot of non-vegan that's way. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're having a vegan product, it tends to be pea protein. Pea protein, in terms of weight loss and filling us up, is exactly the same as animal protein. Doesn't make a difference. Pea protein, in terms of if you're trying to build muscle, the bioavailability is nowhere near as good as like dairy protein or something like that. What is my favourite vegan? Do you know what? Off the top of my head, I've had some really good ones, but I can't think. I actually tried a vegan protein bar yesterday from Lidl. It was all right. It wasn't the best. Some of the Misfit bars that are vegan are decent. They're pretty decent. I had one. Oh, what is there? Let me go through my Boss Your Protein list, because that'll. There was one maybe 4 or 5 months ago. It was a peanut butter and jelly, and I'm positive it was vegan. I keep a list of the products I put each month in the protein boxes. Let me have a scan through and I'll see if, because it was very good. It was very good. I don't know if I'll be able to tell whether it's vegan or not from. I can just remember the flavour of it. So if I see the flavour of it, I'll be like, it was that one. Bear with me. Oh, it might have been later. It might have been earlier, I mean. It might have been really early last year. I can't say I'm looking for peanut butter and thingy. Leave it with me. Or it might be, is it Yummos? Is that the brand? Leave it with me. I'll have a look. Come and ask me on my next live and I'll see if I can find it. But it was a really good vegan protein bar. But like I say, I'm not really vegan, so it's not something it sticks in my head. A 24-stone woman should be eating how many calories a day, ideally? Amanda, it depends on age as well, height, how much movement you do. If anyone just wants their calories working, don't get me wrong, you don't just get your calories working out. But if you either have financial restriction that you can't afford the one-to-one coaching, or you're quite happy being accountable to yourself, but you just want to like get a little bit more involved with what I offer, you can just subscribe to my community. That's £5 for your first month using code WELCOME. There's no contract. You can just come in for a month, have a look at what it's all about. If you don't want to continue, you don't need to continue. Yeah. There's a Vive peanut butter and jelly bar. That might be it. That might be it. Vive's definitely what a brand I've put in the protein boxes, and it is really, really good. So you need to say, if you want me to work out your calories, you need to join the community. £5 minimum. £5 for the first month using code WELCOME. Again, Amanda, you're on TikTok. So go into my TikTok profile, click on the link tree, scan down to where it says community, sign up, and as part of joining my community, you will get a full calorie breakdown. I don't give calorie allowances out just over the internet. Two reasons for that. Number one, it's worked for me. You know, I've spent a lot of time developing my own calorie calculator, and I only charge £5 for a month's access to the community. And number two, insurance. If someone gives you a calorie calculation and you eat that, and for whatever reason it affects your health, that person is held liable. As soon as you sign up to my community, you are one of my clients. As soon as you're one of my clients, you are covered under my business insurance, and I've got £10 million liability. So I'm not saying this will happen because I'm fully qualified, and this won't happen because I give healthy, sustainable calorie allowances. But, you know, you might give someone, come on, or do you want to go out? I'm going in a minute. We're going in a minute. Give me 2 minutes, all right? You know, someone might be online handing out random calorie calculations, and they give you, your calories are 1,450 calories, eat 200 grams a day. They don't know enough about you, you know, and let's say you eat that amount of calories and you cycle to work. So you might say, yeah, I do 8,000 steps every day, but I cycle to work every day, which doesn't rack steps up. So they might be like, yeah, well, for this person's weight and movement, I'm going to give them 40-50, when really you should be on 2,000. And by eating such a low amount of calories, you're under fueling the body and you end up fainting on your bike because you're not eating enough, right? The person that's told you to eat when you give nutritional information out to people directly, you're held liable for that, right? So and basically, you know, I run a professional business, and that's the honest truth of it. So I don't just give random. Very similar when people come on these lives and ask me advice. I'll give generic advice. I won't go, right, you need to do this. Because again, you're held liable for it. Now, whether people could prove it or not, I don't know. But I don't want to be held liable for anything. And if I am held liable for it and I make a mistake, I'll hold my hands up, but my business insurance will cover it. Does that kind of make sense? So get in the community. Sign up to the community. It's £5 for your first month using code WELCOME. If you feel you need more help and support than just being a member of the community, you need more accountability, more support, join the one-to-one plan. That's £15. You get a full plan to follow. You get to check in with me every 2 weeks. It's just done through WhatsApp. I know a lot of people are worried about, oh, well, I don't like doing video calls. It's not through video calls. It's all through WhatsApp. You don't need to talk to me directly if you don't want to. There's no judgment from me. I used to be 37 stone. I can't judge anyone being 37 stone for a lot of my life. You just get help and support for you to hit your weight loss goal. Yeah. So with my community, it's £5 for your first month using code WELCOME. It's $9.99 after that. That's it. It's half price for your first month, and it's a tenner for the community. That's it, right? So it's cheap as chips. The one-to-one plan is cheap as chips. That's £15 at the moment to sign up, and then that's $29.99. But for your extra £20 a month, you get one-to-one check-ins with me. Yeah. So going forward, the community is £10 a month after the first month, and the one-to-one plan is $29.99 a month. Yeah. What do you get with the community? With the community, you get a full calorie breakdown, you get a guide to bossing your weight loss, you get access to the private Facebook group, you get access to the WhatsApp community, you get weight loss coaching lives each week, you get a Zoom session, everything weight loss Zoom session each week. You get loads. There's over 400 members in the community, so you get a really good support network. If you need anything answering, if you're in the community and you want me to help you, then you need to use the community in terms of, we have a weight loss Q&A group, so you can ask me any questions in that and I'll answer. and we have Zoom sessions and weight loss everything weight loss coach sessions where you can come on board with them. And again, Zoom, you can just use a chat box. You don't need to come on video or anything like that. So you get all that in the community. You get the community as part of the one-to-one plan, but in addition to that, you get one-to-one check-ins direct with me and a full plan to follow. So, there's all sorts of bits and pieces. Access to the previous coaching lives too. Yeah, there's loads of coaching lives. I'm actually changing that now. The coaching lives we used to do in Facebook, and I'm now doing them through Zoom and then saving them back to the Facebook group. And the coaching lives are going to be available. So even if you don't have Facebook, they're going to be available through Zoom for you to watch live. And not only are they going to be saved back to the Facebook group, they're also going to be saved to a private playlist in TikTok, in YouTube. So even if you don't have Facebook, you'll still be able to access the Weight Loss Coaching Lives and watch them back because they're going to be in private playlists on YouTube as well. So you get loads for your money. You really, really do. If you have a long-term unhealthy relationship with food, then I'd recommend, look, obviously cost is always a factor with people signing up and stuff like that. Cost is always a factor with people signing up and stuff like that. Oh dear, big yawn. But if you're struggling with your weight loss journey, I'd recommend coming on the one-to-one for a couple. I asked for a minimum 3 months commitment. After 3 months, if you feel you're in a good place and things are going nice and smooth, then you can go. Then you can come off the one-to-one plan and then go into the community. Likewise, if you join the community and after a month you're like, I feel like I need a little bit more, we can just upgrade you to the one-to-one plan. It's absolutely fine. Mate, have you sent the challenge check-in one sheet out? No, they're going out this morning. All right, I got all the progress sheets out for clients not on challenge yesterday. It's on my to-do list. So yeah, when you if you are part of the challenge, you get a challenge. You get your progress sheet every 2 weeks as normal, but every check-in you will get your challenge sheet so you can see your points. They'll be out this morning, guys. All right, it's on my list. I'm still struggling with the concept of calorie counting, but I'm realizing it's the only way to go. I'm just putting another barrier up to successful weight loss. How do I know if I don't? Exactly. Like, a lot of people might struggle with the concept of calorie counting. It's fear of the unknown if you've never done it before. But, the big thing about the way I coach calorie counting is it's healthy, it's sustainable, and it's very straightforward and easy to follow. Right? So again, if you are a bit overwhelmed with calorie counting and you're a bit like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, come on board with me. I work out your calories for you. I give you a calorie structure to follow. And I show you the most healthiest. And again, you'll be in the community as well. So if you've got any questions or you're struggling with anything, then you can just ask. You can ask the community. You can ask me. Also, if you're on my one-to-one plan, you can WhatsApp me whenever you want to as well if you've got any questions. Right, Loss, are we going? You're going to say bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right, we're going out. We've got lots of work to do, and we've got some dog walks to do, and you probably want your breakfast. Do you want some chicken and bickies? Who wants chicken and bickies? Is it you? Yes? Right, come on then. Right, guys, what's the difference between calorie counting and macro counting? Calorie counting, you count calories. Macro counting, you track the amount of proteins, fats, and carbs that you need. If your goal is weight loss, absolute pointless macro counting. Right? For 99% of people, it's pointless macro counting. It's just a lot of coaches out there want to make fat loss seem a lot more complicated than it is. And you need to eat a certain amount of protein and a certain amount of carbs and a certain amount of fat and all this, that, and the other. Because they're scared that if you realize how straightforward and simple fat loss is, then you won't pay them £300-400 a month. Right? And it really is. That's the reason for it. You do not need to track a single macro for fat loss. You do not need to worry about how much protein, fats, or carbs you are consuming. You need to track one number and one number only. That is calories. Don't overcomplicate things. The simpler you keep something, the easier it is to stick to. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be prioritizing a high protein, high fiber diet, but you do not need to track individual numbers to have a high protein diet. You just need to prioritize when you're having breakfast. Have you got protein in there? Yes. Lunch, protein in it? Yes. You'd be amazed how many people eat meals that don't have protein in, right? And if you're a little bit, well, what is protein? Again, I'll teach you all that. Yeah. Could you send me a link to the community? I'm having issues with it. What issues are you having, Amanda? It is literally TikTok profile, just click on my link tree, and I'll show you now what you need to do. I can't show you guys on YouTube and Facebook because you're on my computer and my link tree is on my computer. But I'll show you very, very quickly. If you go into my TikTok profile, right, this is what my link tree is. All you need to do is click on that link there. That is the link, right? So TikTok profile, click on that link. Up this, add it to the website, right? Go into the basket. Now I've got here, as you can see, I've got my one-to-one plan and the community in there. But you just want the community in there. As you can see, it's $9.99. Click checkout, right? And when you're in checkout, yeah, just type welcome in. It won't work for me because you can only use the code once, right? But put welcome in, and it says there, welcome discount has already been used, so you can only use it once, right? That'll make that half price. Now, if you are struggling with that, then go into my link tree and click on this one here, right? And that is my inquiry form. Put in an inquiry form and just click in here what you're interested in, community, put your name in, your email, your phone number, little message, hi Neil, can you send me the link? And then I can send you the link directly. I can't do it through TikTok because you can't send links through TikTok. So get on, either send over an inquiry form or just click on the link through Linktree. Lost 11 stone, only track calories, always go for protein first to help stay fuller for longer. Jed, perfect. That's exactly what we do. That is exactly what we do. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I said I was on for an hour. I said I was on for 45 minutes. I've done an hour. I will be back. If you are on plan or in the community, I'll see you guys about 8 p.m. I think I might do it 7:30, but I'll let you know if it's going to be a bit earlier. But anyway, I will see you lovely people, if you are free, on the Zoom session later on. Everyone else, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. TikTok, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. And you lovely people over here, I'm sorry you've just had to stare at my phone for a little bit while I was going to. I can't show you. I mean, actually, to be fair, you guys on, if anyone is on YouTube, I can kind of show you on my, if you're a bit unsure. I don't actually know if I have my link tree. I haven't got my link tree. I'll set it up to my. Have I got my link tree? Don't think I've got the Linktree app on it on here. I might have. I might not have. Bear with me. Oh no, I have. Right, hang on. iPad's thinking about it. There we go. Right, so this is just what I was showing everyone on the old. So YouTube, Facebook. Get to my link tree. This is my link tree here. All my links are in here. This first tab here on my link tree that's my inquiry form. So send over an inquiry form. Or if you want to join the community, you can literally, it's just that tab here. Right, click on that. And that'll take you to my website there. And you see Boss Your Weight Loss Community. And you can just sign up to the weight loss. Same with the one-to-one plan if you want to join that. Right, guys, I'm out of here. Come join the community. We'll see you later on the Zoom session if you're free, or the one-to-one plan. If not, I will be back on Facebook and YouTube tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m.